Hey everybody, rumor has it we're off to stop some bombardiers.
Bombardier. Oh, my favorite candy bar.
Ooh. No.
That's 3 Musketeers, you idiot.
So now at this point in the game, you basically get 2 separate decisions of where you're going to go find a bomb at.
Yeah.
The game itself is normally very, I want to say, obvious about it. So naturally, I intentionally picked the wrong decisions. Why? Because it's rare that you get these cutscenes for this.
This cutscene for what's happening in particular.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite. But, oh. I think I just got a glimpse of John McClane jumping from the front. John McClane.
It's alright. I saw Screech on Sonic the Hedgehog a week ago.
No, come on, John McClane. That guy's in his 8,000s at this point. I'm surprised he's able to survive a jump off the rooftop like that with a fire.
He survived cancer.
Yeah. This is nothing. Just got to give that thumbs down to healthcare bill.
Now, see, here's the thing. If you're into speedrunning this sort of game, this bypasses the whole dungeon. But you also feel like an asshole for doing that.
Yeah, because the whole fucking building just went up in smokes.
Hey, there's Ellie. That's Ellen from Persona 1, but in the Persona 1 PSP remake, we get the shorthand nicknames for some of these characters.
Yeah.
Ellen's was Ellie.
Okay.
So now we're going to have to... You couldn't prevent the fire. No, that's the fire performance. I was trying to prevent the bomb. Just shut up, Maya.
I'm curious, though, as to how a split-second decision determines whether or not the building blows up or not, like right then and there.
Well, thankfully, rumor has it that alternate universe is beyond us.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Innocent Sin, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, okay. From the top. What do you mean from the top? We were just getting here.
Now we find ourselves going to Smile Hirasaka proper. And we start off in the women's bathroom. Very,
There's an entrance to the building from the women's bathroom.
most likely.
Yeah. If you got
Actually, they really just sort of jump cut it, but it would be an odd take to see.
Yeah, when you gotta go and when you gotta go.
Exactly. This isn't just like the first floor. There's the fourth floor bathroom.
Yeah. Look at this is a good place to have a... Oh, Maya smokes?
No, she really sort of doesn't. She's just using this cigarette from Ulala, who does smoke, and in the English version of the Eternal Punishment, swears like a fucking sailor. Ooh, you have a chinyan. Yeah, she's a woman.
Yeah.
Sorry to disappoint. I cannot get a kick out of that. Now, the thing about Maya, though, is that she deliberately sort of does that. She doesn't put men at all in her life because, A, daddy issues. Not like the whole my daddy was a terrible thing, just her dad left when she was young.
Yeah.
And died in the war trying to report something. And Maya just, ever since then, immersed herself in her work. So it's not that she doesn't... It's not that she's, like, totally ignorant toward men. She just doesn't feel like she has the time.
Yeah,
or give herself the time.
She's pretty much a workaholic.
Absolutely.
So she just does not have time for a relationship.
And reality ensues. What happens when you find... Oh, fuck. And now we just set off an awful smoke alarm inside a goddamn fucking mall.
Yeah, because this thing persists throughout the entire stay in this dungeon.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
By the by, jumping the gun here, this dungeon sucks in Eternal Punishment when you're doing the map making. Then again, all dungeons suck in Eternal Punishment when you're doing the map making. Without a snowman, anyway.
That's the encounter last spell, right?
Yeah. So ultimately, we're going to leave Ixquic to get cursed out by the janitor, and we're going to go look for bombs. For some reason, though, we get the weird idea to split up. So here's the ultimatum here. You're alone for the time being. Rely on your negotiations. Fortunately, most of them can be negotiated with Tatsuya. A couple of them can't. Now, and thankfully, with the game's low damage curve here, this dungeon isn't as terrible as it could be.
No, just strictly because of the split-up mechanic.
Right. It's not hard to find. First, you gotta find Maya, then you gotta find Yukino, and then you gotta find Lisa. Or Maya, then Lisa, then Yukino. One of those two. This here is a Lich. The Lich demons borrow this unique sprite of a monster coming out of the crypt here. Later on, that's like a different kind of template, a unique sprite template. You'll see the monsters later on that are like half human-esque, half scorpion, or whatever the fuck they're riding. But this one here is actually shared by a unique sprite. Well, not unique sprite, but this design, like monster out of the crypt, is only replicated once more in the entire 2 duology, and that's for the rare level 74 Death Persona mote from Persona 1.
Okay, so it's not every day you see this sprite.
Being a man,
Right.
Oh, what does being a man mean?
You want to tell me that, Sonny?
It's like, does it look I care? Look, I'm in a coffin.
Look, I already got 1 foot in the grave. Look, I've already got both feet in the grave here, actually.
Well, the man will only have 1 foot in the grave. Are you telling me I should... What do you say?
Now, like I said, I kind of focus on the negotiations here because I still don't want to take the risk of fighting too much. The Lich gives you some double cards, and the first double persona possibly worth using a damn later on is Cert for the men, but that's, like I said, that's an optional if, because you can really get by without him. I think I certainly do.
Certainly not a thing to prioritize.
Right.
Yeah.
That's Pipe Foxes for Maya. In Eternal Punishment, that's actually a pretty good gun because it offers a chance of illusion status when it hits. Since Maya's luck will be pretty good in that game, you can make Maya's luck good in that game. It's pretty helpful. This here is the game's interpretation of Kraken. Now, this is also another world monster that you might want to start talking to because there are some decent world persona coming up. Unfortunately, I don't make them in this game. I do make them more in Eternal Punishment.
Yeah.
World Arcana are pretty much good at everything.
It looks mechanical.
It does have a mechanical orb feeling to it, but because of the orb.
Yeah, the orb looks like it has like wiring on it, like a digital matrix of a sort.
You say you need now.
Ooh, that funny face. What it take to be man? Kraken must know.
Look into my eyes.
Kraken not into that.
Says you. I just force a world guard.
Just give me a chance.
The Kraken himself is weak to fire, which is probably what you're going to have on Tatsuya. Depending upon your setup, however, if you're weak to water, avoid at all costs. That was just Maya taking a picture.
It's a very loud camera.
This here is a Faust. Now, as I said before, the sprite work in Innocent Sin, in my opinion, is actually at points better than Eternal Punishment, and this is one of the cases. I also decided to make Mars for Tatsuya. Now, Justice is a good backup Arcana for Tatsuya. It'll probably upgrade his strength a little more. The thing about Mars in particular is that when you rank him up to 8 and return him, you get a strength source, which gives you an additional +1 to stat if that access to your strength stat if it's on your character when you level up. And that's pretty much for me a make or break accessory for Lisa, considering I need to really start taking advantage of the strike weakness in this game that pops up a few times here and there.
Now, this is between session 6 and 7, you've done a bit of grinding off screen just to prepare yourself for Upper Heck. Do you remember exactly what you did?
I made Parika for Maya, I believe. I made Otohime for Yuki. And after that, I think I just like spammed hell a bit for Ixquic so I can try to get multiple spells on me. A lot of enemies in this dungeon are weak to holy magic as well. Of course, naturally, I fucking crapped out on my luck there. But holy magic is pretty much a nice little weakness to try to pick up on here. Sword is another one too. These are, again, moon demons. They do not like sword attacks. So I just go for the flame cut for the 2-hit stage, mainly the first sword and then the fire hit. Unfortunately, that doesn't kill her, and I get smacked with wind magic for my troubles. Bitch.
Okay, so that attack is a 2-pronged hit. One for the initial sword hit and one for the foul elemental that falls with it.
Right.
Okay.
They have now in Eternal Punishment, they get rid of those individual hits because frankly it seems redundant to have like the individual and then the fusion spell that does barely any little more damage. So to make it a bit more challenging for the player, they just make those fusion spells.
So just one attack altogether. No, I think because
no, they'll still be 2 hits in Eternal Punishment. They're just fusion spells. Unless it's either Light Smasher or Dark Saber, which is a Holy Sword or a Dark Sword with a higher kill chance. Now I got Maya back. Yay. Tits.
Put the fucking camera away.
And now
it's the mascot.
It's Jack Frost.
Jack Frost, everybody. Oh my god, look.
Do you have anything to say to your fans? Hee-ho? Hey.
Hey, my mother was a saint.
Hee-ho, no, Tatsuya.
So wait, did we just jump into Eternal Punishment?
Nah. And that's it for her. Now I'm able to do fusion spells again. And I can finally fight back. Huzzah!
Yeah, I had 2 characters for fusion spells because your character never gets the idea to have 2 cards in one hand.
Well, there it is. Come on, boys, let's get... He draws the wrong 2.
Yeah.
He ends up with Mars in one hand and a draw 4 in the other.
It's like, fuck.
This is hell. Now, the great thing about this demon... Well, not the demon's just there, but the persona itself, or hell, is amazing for the fusion capabilities. I also realized here that I got Zan and Holy. So basically, what I don't take advantage of here is that you can make unique fusion spells for Zan. Well, not Zan. You need Zan Ma, which is the tier 2 spell. It's just weird that they just do Zan Ma instead of Zandine for them. But with Zanma and Holy, you could do like high-end Smasher or low-end Breaker if it's Zama Muda, which is basically either going to reduce the enemy's HP to 1, or the one with the highest level to 1, Low-end Crusher reduces the lowest. I think it kills the low enemy on the opponent's side with the lowest level, but nothing's really immune to it, so it makes it pretty helpful for rare battles or Persona demons.
I noticed the Hellfire animation seemed to have a face in the middle of
It does.
It does? Okay. Is that a reference to anything?
No, it's just a face.
Just a face on the face is a face. Move on.
Right. And I just scored a sweet Magnara card from her.
Oh,
Which
is that Earth Elemental?
It's tier 2, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take a look at the demon information, see what I got here for it. And I also wanted to make sure what it was, if it was a regular drop or a rare drop, and it's a rare drop. Yay me.
How do you determine rare drop? Is there a different color?
It just says it. It just says it on the list there. Hey, this is a rare drop.
Yeah. This is rare. Well, who determines that?
The value of the item itself. I mean, let's be honest though. Tier 2 spell card is amazing. This here is Gandharva, a demon that's a demon that throws fire magic as well as maybe the magnificent dance that confuses you, or marvelous dance. But ultimately, the real purpose of it is to talk to it for star cards, which again you might want to make because there's an excellent star persona coming up soon, which I do make for Yukino to boost up her agility. I don't do the idea here because I don't have the proper person to talk to him.
No, I gotta wait till later.
So I just beat the shit out of him.
You want to talk? No.
What happened to diplomacy? You prick! None of us. Oh, confusing dance in the translation.
It's a tambourine.
And Tatooine's confused.
Sirens in my head. What's it take to be a man? He starts going fucking nuts.
And the demon's interested.
Yeah. Go on.
Doink. Oh, talk to the fan.
Yeah, don't hit the guy that just immediately hits you. Go for the girl behind him.
Talk to the hand.
Yeah.
So finally, after getting 5 in the eyes, I decided to just cut the shit and just hit him with a fusion spell. I also think I realized why I'm also not doing so much communication now that I got Maya back. I'm also focusing on getting Mars up to 8 quickly.
And rank 8 is the max, right?
Yes, once you get to rank 8, you can return it for the return item. And I got a mutation. Sweet.
So besides...
Double sweet. That's a 2 rank boost. I love those.
Oh, nice. So is there any situation where it's just beneficial to keep the rank 8 persona instead of just transferring it into an item?
Usually, it's in the case of personas that are like one-offs. The other thing you might want to keep the rank A for is either A, you've gotten some great use out of it just by means of versatility and its return item is trash, or if you just happen to really use the persona for a lot of fusions.
So how often do you find yourself just those are the only situations you would find?
For me, it's ultimate persona only that I really keep around after the rank 8.
Yeah.
Other than that, it has to be other than that, it's got to have a one-time fusion, such as like many of the persona demons, or if the persona just ends up being really good for my fusion capabilities.
And once it reaches rank 8, that's it. There's
no more spells to learn.
The
only thing it can do at that point is mutate to become its hidden form, or it can learn its hidden spell, or it can gain the stat ups and maintain the longevity in your party for a very long time.
Yeah, so it levels as you level.
Well, not levels as you level. You gotta say mutation in terms of stat buff. In other words, occasionally if you finish a battle with a mutation, you'll see something like stats increase.
Yeah.
Persona that are at rank 8 can continually get those mutations, and they can prolong their stay in your party just by upping their stats.
Just by having their stats. But the process of them getting the stat only occurs during a mutation, which in itself is percentage-based?
Yes, and luck-based, admittedly.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean by percentage-based, yeah.
So I started looking around the mall here, trying to find where the fuck the other ones are I'm supposed to be going to.
Yeah, at this point, we've pretty much seen every encounter in this thing so place, so we're cutting battles at this point.
Right. So now we gotta head into the basement, and naturally, it's like the basement in here of all things is the actual market. Compared to the rest of the places, which is just like a like one of those, like the gallery from Philly, if you will.
Oh, by the way, the footage did skip there, but only because that thing was a monster in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't get into there yet, I believe. There's a way around in there, but I don't take that way yet.
No, not yet.
I started looking around the basement for Yukino, and then I get the idea that, oh shit, it actually is back there.
Yeah, man, it's a good thing the bomb decided to stop.
Right? Thankfully, he's patient.
Yeah.
Suku Kaja. Too bad it's not the offensive-based buff, but it is an agility and evasion buff, which is helpful. Especially if you got, like, situations where you're going to want your enemies to start missing you.
Yeah.
Later in the game, when I have armor that really boosts up evasion rates, like the Hihi Irakane armor, if I ever get that armor, I do make that a thing to get eternal punishment. Mark my fucking words, because as far as I'm concerned, that's the ultimate armor for me. There's better, but then I have to win them through the lottery, and I'm not good at that.
So agility will only determine how fast you move in battle.
It'll determine. I don't think it'll really determine turn rate, to my knowledge, but it does affect your evasion rates as well as your hit rate.
So what's evasion do then?
Evasion, there is a chance for abilities and moves in this game to miss.
Okay.
More so the physical than the magical, but it's possible to get attacks to miss you, and that's what evasion helps with.
Oh, so one is for physical, one's for magical, you could say?
Yeah. Well, Sukukaja is actually both, but I have less luck evading magic than I do physical. But there is but when I get Tarukaja, it's gonna get fucking comical, especially with the damage output as I start doing.
Like clown with its pants around its ankles, comical, or
unbelievably so. Like I spoil later in the game, I fight one of the bosses. He has only like 35 to 3,800 HP, which is normally a good size amount for Mega 10 bosses. And Tarukaja and the Fusion Spy spam in that game knock him out in 2 shots.
No fuck.
Well, 3 shots, give or take. Which has the boss going, well, fuck. What was my point? Now, by the way, you have to save Yukino first, or else you won't find Lisa. Each character is based like off of an event flag, so to speak. So once you find Maya, you can start finding Yukino. Once you find them,
one won't appear without finding the other.
Right.
Yeah, so you can't get one before the other.
Notice we're closed today. Oh, lucky you.
Oh, shit, we shouldn't be in here, guys.
Which raises a very good question. It kind of raises a bit of the Arkham Knight question. Why the fuck am I stopping Scarecrow if nobody's here?
I think they go and say that
they do. It can spread throughout the entire East Coast if left unchecked.
But it's like at that point, why the hell are you in Gotham?
Right. Maybe this isn't the target. No, it's the target. We just gotta go find Ixquic now. And where's Ixquic? Getting bitched out by the fucking janitor.
He never moved.
You never did.
Listen, I gotta go, but you're blocking the stall. You're blocking every stall, actually.
Miss, it's really hard to pee with you looking at me. That closed the door, Chulo.
Pervert justice.
Pervert justice. And there was a battle, and then we left. Yeah, that's not... thankfully, as Johnny thankfully explained, just to remind you if you weren't really paying attention back then, that's not the frame... that's not the game play skipping frames. It's just us skipping battles.
Yeah, it's a monster in the box. And the monsters in the box are no different than when you were fighting already. If it was unique, I would leave it in, but...
Here's where I also start getting the idea to make multiple save files. Or now, actually, no. This is when I start overlaying the save files that I know we've done with.
Yeah, we've done already. There's no point, unless you're time traveling. Time traveling? I mean, what? We mean dimension hopping.
Right. I mean, that was just like that was a while ago. So
we're fading here because Matt ran in circles for a minute fighting 3 encounters.
Yeah. And I save outside the women's restroom. In case I decide I want to take that shit with more panache later on.
If I don't enjoy this shit, I'll reload and maybe squeeze my left ass cheek before I do it.
But then I have feces on my left ass cheek.
Yeah. And this game is all about balance, am I right?
Right?
That's what my persona says, anyway.
Ain't that right, Mr. Zippo? It's Volcanus. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever, Zippo.
Zivit. Yeah. And Ixquic was still dealing with the fucking lady the whole time. So
telling his makeup.
You're still at it?
So, Ikici's, he dyes his hair. He puts lipstick on. Does he also, like, pancake his face?
Yes, he does.
Okay, that's why he looks so pale.
Right.
Okay.
All that's visual K-band shit.
Okay.
Which is kind of impressive considering he puts all that shit on when he leaves the house. Then before he goes home, in fear of his father catching him in that getup, he undoes it all.
He does it all. Jesus, he just dunks his head in a bucket of water.
May as well. Yeah. And apparently the fucking bomb was inside the janitor's bucket the whole time.
Oh, fuck. It was here the entire time. Jesus Christ, we ran in circles for nothing.
Right?
Well, I mean, no, we had purpose. We were looking for the bomb. We just didn't know.
It's a time detonator. Oh, you're full of shit. Fine, die. Boom.
There's a bomb in the bathroom, but not the one we're looking for.
Well, better that than a bomb in a lasagna.
Poor Garfield. He didn't know.
Doug did.
Oh.
No, just Baphomet.
A shit demon.
I mean, not Baphomet. This is the Belphegor.
Yeah.
comically enough, in future designs, this is exactly what it looks like just sitting on a fucking toilet. Kid you not? Look up the...
I know, I've seen it because we got Anime Weekend Atlanta. Nora and I bought these Shin Megami Tensei like grab bags,
Right.
Like the figurines. You don't know what you're getting. She got Belphegor, and he was sitting on the toilet.
Master, that's your cue. Yo!
Hey, are you taking an actual shit
This here...
in the cosplay gear?
she is a cosplayer.
Oh shit!
Ixquic. Well, that's what she's calling herself. I forget her real fucking name. It's not important. Neither is she.
Fuck.
So ultimately, she's basically being a follower to I also kind of like how she's being a follower to King Leo, but she has no idea what she's really into.
Oh boy.
Ultimately, I kind of like the mask though because it combines the mask circle face with her own headgear and it looks like a smiley face.
Yeah, with the two eyes at the top. You're right.
That would be immemorial, Buster. It's amazing. It's just fucking funny how the human and demon interactions in Megami Tensei games usually unfold. For most of the points, it's antagonistic, but sometimes you get demons that are just along for the ride. Like, they don't give a rat's ass.
Yeah, you're just giving her a round of applause. So is Belphegor like an acquaintance, a butler to her, or?
It depends upon what you make out of a demon whenever you demon summon.
Yeah.
But as far as I can tell, I think Belphegor is really more so a Leo minion than her own minion.
Yeah.
And she is just...
If he's more of a Leo minion, then he's got the patience of a saint.
Once you summon a demon, you're free. As long as you don't try to endanger their own lives, they're free to do whatever the fuck you want them to do. Like, for example, another demon in the Ars Goetia, the Osei, will pretty much tell you whatever you want to hear so long as you keep him within a circle or triangle or something like that. Otherwise, he just straight up lies to you every fucking mouth, every word. This building goes, you go with it. My family and classes are a pain. Oh, yeah, that's pretty much teenager immaturity there, which is honestly part and parcel of the theme of the game here. This used to be so much more powerful in the 90s when that was true. Good point.
All right, I won't.
Not.
Oh, not. Christ.
Uh-oh. And she has a persona too. I mean, I have a transmitter, but I got it right. And hers is just reverse Paraka, which is basically the same persona Maya's got.
Transmitter persona. It's just a giant transmitter.
It's a giant thumb on a fucking detonator.
Yeah. Don't do it.
And
Nice-
fittingly enough,
nice background.
ain't it? Surprisingly, there's a little toilet humor in this game.
It's like the literal toilet humor. These patterns look like what you give a guy who has irritable bowel syndrome.
Right?
Like, it's like, oh, he has little toilets on his pockets. I wonder what his problem is.
I came up with that first.
She's got pissy that apparently we're stealing each other's catchphrases.
It's the sword fake.
The sword is not fake,
Oh, shit.
but it doesn't really hurt all that hard. She doesn't have the strength to really wield it. Basically, you're going to want to slam them to hell with fire first. There's not much of a threat level here. I look up what abilities they have, but my phone is charging. Johnny?
Oh,
Thank you.
1 second. Well, explain the battle, otherwise I'm looking it up. So.
This battle is, again, basically your first 2 battle, and this is the first time you're probably going to realize, well, the earlier battle's going to teach you when. You can't just spam Moss spells on them. So basically, you're just going to hit them with your strongest fusions. Oh, that's right. I made Nemesis with Yukino. I had made Otohime at first, but at this point I switched over to Nemesis for her so I can get a Stoma, which is again is that beautiful encounter reduction spell whenever you're just tired of dealing with that shit. Maya also has Non-Kyoko Rojin, which I got from mutating an earlier persona. Come to think of it, I think I mutated the Otohime for that. Now, Belphegor is the one skill set I don't easily remember, but he is weak to Earth. Ixquic pretty much has whatever Paraka has for the most part.
Yeah, she has 1,656 HP. She has Magarula.
That's the mid-tier wind magic.
Yeah, Stun Claw.
That's a weak-ass physical spell with the chance to put you to sleep.
Yeah, and Zanma.
And that's the tier 2 almighty spell, but
Okay.
she can't do anything with it.
No. As for Belphegor's in a different link, so I'm going to have to look for that in a second here.
Not a problem, take your time. I tried messing around with fusion spells at first to see if I could try to pick off a different weakness with Ixquic, but then I eventually just cut the crap with that. She is, I think, weak to sword, which I don't take advantage of in this battle. You know, hindsight.
Oh my god, wikis fucking suck.
On mobiles, they do.
Yeah, they do, because it just my entire page was just taken over by a fucking ad.
I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Lisa's using Iris, which maintained her use. Welcome and stay in my party simply because of the ability for her fusion spells. Plus, I'm lacking Earth magic at the moment. Shosan, I'm sorry. The persona's real name is Shosan, at least in this game. When I said Nankyoku Rojin, I meant the Eternal Punishment translation. And I must state again, I'm more familiar with that game than I am with this one. Nankyoku is a bit of a slow burner. Like, it takes a while for her to learn some real good offense before Fire Breath. Once she does, though, especially when she learns the, again, the Eternal Punishment name for it is Pine Bamboo Plum. It heals for a random amount between 1 HP to 250 HP, but don't sweat that. You're more likely to come in with good amounts than you are bad.
Okay, Belphegor has 1,778 HP.
He throws shit.
He talked a lot of shit.
He doesn't wipe his ass.
No. He has Gigantic Fist.
That's a heavy strike attack.
Makakaja?
That boosts up magical damage.
Alright. Griva?
Tier 2 almighty damage on a group of enemies. So naturally, since your party's all human, that's going to be an all damage spell like such.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. And finally, Poison Breath.
That doesn't do damage in this game, but it does poison you if it hits.
Yeah, it deals almighty poison ailment to an enemy group. So it's just a stat-inducing thing.
No, it just inflicts poison.
Well,
oh, status.
Yeah, status-inducing. Yeah, I said stat-inducing by mistake. Sorry about that.
Sorry. As long as you keep your HP up, you're going to be fine until... the real threat really is Belphegor in this battle. As long as he doesn't get the idea to do too much funny shit, you're fine.
I kind of like how in the way the wiki categorizes weaknesses or attributes to stats and whether or not they're strong or weak to them. Like you can see here, it's like, I guess, light, dark,
nerve, and mind.
Mind, to just like NU, I guess.
NR is nerve, MN is mind. Those are status magics.
No, but NU, I guess that means
null.
No, you sure it's just not new?
Yeah. New null.
Are they lights? Are they weak to light? New.
Hell new.
Yeah, new. New.
Are they weak to it? Weck. They absorb it? Ab. Oh, they got fab abs. And that's Magarula. That's tier 2. But again, thankfully, since Makakaja wasn't used yet by Belphegor, the only one's really going to hurt hard is Lisa because of a wind weakness.
Yeah.
And, So now I start getting a little antsy here, and I'm like, all right, let me keep my health up. I pretty much have to kind of shift strategies in a weird way, because once that shit starts coming around, you might want to knock out either of them as fast as you can.
Or brace yourself.
Yeah, he's almost down for the count, though, thankfully. So I'm going to try to set him on fire while I drown the girl, and Maya's going to use the Shuichi Bukai, fucking know I pronounced that wrong, to knock out, to keep our health up at all times in this one. Also, kind of think Nemesis's design is weird in this game. It looks like 3 orbs on 3 dresses with a stick through all 3 heads. Like, ow.
Like a kebab.
Exactly.
Basically.
Nemesis kebab.
Nemesis kebab.
Or Empress kebab. There we go. Burn, baby.
Jesus Christ.
Sayonara.
Ooh, wow.
Thankfully, we knocked that shit out before any real bad can come from it. By the by, if you ever get a chance whenever you mutate your persona, rock classes are essentially your magic offense, your sword classes are your physical offense, your coin classes are your defensive and supportive class, and your cup class is kind of like the water class, which is a half physical, half magic class in a way, leaning more toward the physical. So, what do you think about the background, Johnny?
I mean, like I said before, if this was a boxer pattern,
Right?
it's like you're poking fun at a guy that has IBS.
IBS?
Yeah, irritable bowel syndrome.
Oh yeah, that was me having a brain fart.
Hello, George. I hear you shit your pants a lot, so I got you these boxers that has toilet patterns on it.
Imagine finding Hitler with his background. This is me brain farting all the hard because I forgot completely that it's reverse Paraka for this one turn. I'm like, God damn, I'm dumb.
That's not how you use guns. Here, let me show you. Fuck, I missed 2.
Ultimately, once you take care of, as I said before, once you take care of Belphegor, this battle goes down. She'll finish off her. I want to say she finishes herself off, but the battle's all but won.
I don't think she can stab herself with that sword, given how big it is.
No, actually, comically enough, she would. And it would hurt because her persona is actually weak to sword attacks.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I think I actually did see that in the wiki, too. It said ×2 against sword, so...
No, sw.
Sorry,
Or Southwest.
Southwest. I fucking hate Southwest Airlines.
Sweet, we're making progress.
Oh, because she actively kneels when she's almost done.
Yeah. Unlike Belphegor, he's just like, yeah, I'll take it.
Like, whatever.
I'll take your shit.
Kind of like Buddha Santa Claus over there.
Buddha Santa Claus?
Well, I say Buddha because of his garb, but I say Santa Claus because of his giant beard and the gift sack.
Comically enough, there actually is a Buddha in this game. The level 29 persona is Sakya, or Siddhartha Gautama, which is Buddha. I didn't run into it at all in the second basement, so I'm not going to bother with it this run. It's a persona that's really strong against everything, making him great for defense. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a good offense to go with that.
Well, I think you have to rob yourself of all material beings and possessions to meet the Buddha.
Oh, fuck that noise. I want a stoma.
But I like my Desperado briefcase gun.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you just need one in your life, Buddha, and then you'll agree.
Have you ever tried shooting things?
But we're late for your musical recital.
That is not the way for inner peace. No, it is not. But it makes me feel at peace when I get rid of some assholes.
I'm at inner peace when I have my violin gun case.
Exactly.
You know, they say money can't buy you happiness.
Give me a chance to prove that.
Yeah. But I never seen a sad guy on a jet ski before.
I would rather cry in a Mercedes than be happy on a bike.
Oh shit!
I would have liked it if this whole boss battle ended with us giving her a swirling.
Yeah, to just play off the theme of it.
So now that we've beaten some sense into our head, and by the way, we did nothing with those goons. They just,
They
just played
fell
dead.
off. Shit, she lost. What do we do? I'm falling down.
Is it okay to really let this chick be? I wouldn't be surprised if she came back to harass us again. She never had any proper adults play with her. In this day and age, that would be a lucky thing. So now we have to find you. So now we gotta find Ellie for the second riddle. This one says 12 beasts crown the Pleiades. When the spring of death and rebirth gushes, the way to El Dorado opens from Dream's Cape. El Dorado is your clue there.
City of Gold.
Right. Hence the gold gem.
Oh, okay.
And the city in question now, we know where that's at. It's Shumazaki.
Kind of lame though when you think about it. Well, we're gonna find El Dorado. No, we're gonna find a gold gem. Oh fuck!
And there's Maya kicking the ground like, well, shit. I was gonna have a really nice adventure. Well, we'll find out. We'll find our way to the city of gold next time. See you then.
I hope it's gold.
I hope so too. Not that chocolate wrapped gold. That's a fucking cock tease.